I want to say that I'm surprised. I really, really want to say that I'm shocked. And when I first heard about this, I kind of was, but then I thought about it. I go, this is right in line with who these people are. You're not going to believe what I'm going to share with you today. Representative Becca Balint from Vermont, who is a known LGBTQ supporter. She's openly LGBTQ to represent Vermont in Congress, just said this at a conference about illegal immigrants, saying, if we don't allow illegal immigrants into our country, we're not going to have anybody to wipe our watch.
Labor, and of course, we have to come to a place in Congress where it is no longer a political issue, but we see it as an existential issue for the country. If we don't have avenues for people to come here legally to work or to build a home here, I'm going to be really crude right now. We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people.
This is the Democrat Party. You had Nadler the other day saying, we need illegal immigrants to pick our crops. We're not going to have any vegetables. This is how the Democrat Party thinks. Like, what? How is this happening in America in 2025? How is it that how is it that Trump is the racist? How is it that we're white supremacists? Are you kidding me right now? We're not going to have anybody to wipe our... You need to share this video. This video needs to go viral. I also, I'm having a hard time even just grasping this and talking about the other stories, but look who's following in fake Tapper's steps. Corinna Jean-Pierre, the worst White House press secretary in the history of our country, is now coming out with a new book where she claims she's leaving the Democrat Party and calling herself an independent. Also, Kash Patel, FBI director. I'm going to read for you a very, very hair-raising post about Chinese nationals entering our country with a bioweapon intended to do harm to Americans. I can't wait to share this with you. This is a huge breaking story, but first, listen to this.
I am Corinne Jean-Pierre, and I am the author of a new book that's coming out this fall called Independent. It's coming out on October 21st, so please do grab it. And the reason I wrote this book, coming out of the White House, serving as White House press secretary was an honor and a privilege. But since I have left, the people that come up to me, strangers that come up to me just across the country as I'm traveling, and sometimes right in my neighborhood, at a grocery store, supermarket, airport, my daughter's school, the number one question they ask me is, Corinne, how do we get out of this? How do we protect our democracy? How do we protect vulnerable communities among us? What do we do next? Because we don't have answers here. That's what they ask me. And this is my answer. And what I mean by that is, in an era of misinformation, disinformation, the regressiveness of social policy, what we're seeing currently right now, what I have decided to do, and I really have thought long and hard about this, is to follow my own compass. And that's what I've done. And that's what this book does. And here's the truth. And here's how I will lay it out to you. I think we need to stop thinking in boxes and think outside of our boxes and not be so partisan. And the way that I see moving forward in this space that we're in right now is, if you are willing to stand side by side with me, regardless of your how you identify politically, and as long as you respect the community that I belong to and vulnerable communities that I respect, I will be there with you. I will move forward with you. And that is, I think, so important. So this book, Independent, it's about looking outside of boxes, not just always being in a partisan stance. And how do we move forward together in a compassionate way, in a way that really, truly cares about people?
I mean, like, where do you even begin? I mean, there's not an honest bone. I mean, nobody came up to her. Nobody came up to her and asked her a single damn thing. Nobody came up to her and said, what are we going to do, Corinne? We're looking to you for answers. Well, I think we should think outside the box. hypocrisy, hypocrites. It's like watching a big pile of manure with limbs walking down. That's literally what I just witnessed. And I'm going to share with you, here are the top 5 lies that this heaping pile of manure cast upon the American public that are the most egregious, lying, Hippocratic things. This book, I mean, it's just fake tappers, Blueprint 101. Watch this.
It would be wrong to think that the border is open. It is not open.
Been down to the border. The possible next speaker says that he wants him to go with him. So is he going to?
So look, he's been there. He's been to the border, and since he took office.
When did he go to the border?
But that's not how it works. Like we actually no.
I know that that's not what you guys want to happen, but that is what is happening.
But that's not. It's not like somebody walks over and that's not how.
What's happening? Thousands of people are walking in a day. Some of them turn themselves over. Some of them are caught. Tens of thousands a week are not. That is what is happening.
It is not that simple. It's not just that people are walking across the border. They want to secure the border. We've been doing that work on our own. The president has done the work to deal with what we're seeing at the border since day one. Because when you look at inflation, when we look at where we are economically, and we are stronger economically than we have been in history. What we saw on January 6th was the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War.
The president had the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with him. We just got back from New Mexico. We just got back from California. That is not a question that we should be even asking.
Who's next? Chuck Schumer? Pelosi? Who else is going to go? Eric Swallowswell? Who else is going to come out with Crockett's going to come out with a book, right? Crockett's going to probably come out with a book and say, like, how I got these crazy ass eyelashes and why Trump isn't unfit for president. She's going to go on a book tour. Can you believe these people? They are so scared to death to ever hold, because they've never had one, ever hold a real job in their life. They're literally willing to do anything. We have to make sure. On just a quick serious note, it's laughable, I know. I mean, and some of you are just laughing at this, and it's absolute garbage. I get it. But on a serious note, this is affecting our country. This is affecting our kids, our grandkids' grandkids, our glorious republic. It dishonors. We just had Memorial Day not that long ago. It dishonors all of our men and women in service who sacrifice, some of them the biggest sacrifice you can sacrifice for our republic. It dishonors our forefathers. It dishonors the Constitution. It dishonors everything we know about the greatest country ever known to man, the United States of America. Because I get some of your comments sometimes, Nez, why do you share this? I don't care about Joy Reid. I don't care about, we have to continually expose these people. I mean, the stuff that comes out of their mouth, the stuff that they do, what happened in Boulder, Colorado was not talked about at all in corporate media, was not talked about because it didn't fit the narrative. That's why I'm going to continually do this. I'm doing this for my kids, my grandkids' grandkids, and to honor the heroes who have sacrificed for our country. That's why I need you to watch these videos. Tap the thumbs up, share. It doesn't cost you anything. Share these, tap the thumbs up. Even with your remote, you can do it. Okay, our last story. Kash Patel, holy macadamia nut. I'm just going to read this to you guys because it's just so insane. Check this out right here. Okay, FBI Director Kash Patel posted this announcement recently saying, I can confirm that the FBI arrested a Chinese national within the United States who allegedly smuggled a dangerous biological pathogen into the country. The individual, Yun Queek Zhan, is alleged to have smuggled a dangerous fungus called Fusarium graminearum, which is an agro-terrorism agent. God, that sounds awful. Into the U.S. to research at the University of Michigan, where she works. This fungus can cause a disease called, quote, head blight, a disease of wheat, barley, maize, and rice, causing significant health issues in both humans and livestock. It is responsible for billions of dollars in economic losses worldwide each year. Evidence also indicates that Jean had expressed loyalty, big shock, to the Chinese Communist Party and had received funding from the Chinese government for similar work on this pathogen in China. Jan's boyfriend, I'm going to butcher this, Zunyang Liu, also charged in the complaint, works at a Chinese university where he conducts research on the same pathogen. Liu is alleged to have first lied, then admitted to also smuggling Fusarium graminearum into America through the Detroit Metropolitan Airport so that he too could conduct research at the University of Michigan. Wow. Both individuals have been charged with conspiracy, smuggling goods into the United States, false statements, and visa fraud. This case is a sobering reminder that the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, is working around the clock to deploy operatives and researchers to infiltrate American institutions and target our food supply, which would have grave consequences, putting American lives and our economy at serious risk. Your FBI will continue working tirelessly to be on guard against it. Our FBI Detroit team did excellent work in this case, partnering with the CBP. Justice will be done. Holy mackerel. If that's not an act of war, I don't know what is. How's that not an act of war? Wanting to harm our food supply, bringing a bio? We already experienced the worst worst crisis we've faced in over 100 years with the COVID with the COVID virus that was actually originated now, thanks to certain stalwarts in Congress. Now we know for certain this was not just found in a wet market. It was not accidental. This was something that was worked on, researched, manufactured in a Chinese virology lab in Wuhan. It is absolutely solidified. How is this not an act of war? And then you're going to complain to our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, for revoking visas of Chinese students at our American institutions when we don't have anybody, hardly anybody, in China from the U.S.? This is an act of war. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this video gets deleted right now just by saying this, but I'm telling you right now, this is really a bigger story, and it just broke. And so I might have to do a couple of follow-up videos to this. Stay tuned as this develops. I don't know how you could look at this as anything but an act of war by the Communist Party in China. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. God bless Kash Patel. God bless the team that Trump has assembled to help fight and protect Americans and put America first. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you love America, tap that thumbs up. I see you eyeing this amazing hat. You can find all our original, one-of-a-kind, made in the USA designs in the pinned comment and the description, our shop. Go check it out. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's free, and as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.